So lately I've been doing a bunch of videos on the modes of the major scale, and so today we're going to take a look at the third mode of the major scale, which is known as Phrygian. We're going to talk about everything that makes Phrygian Phrygian, and we're going to look at some fun ways that you can apply it and how it differs from some other minor sounds that are available to us. So if you haven't seen the other videos, basically the way that modes work is they're kind of like chord inversions but with scales. So today we're going to be taking a look at G Phrygian. And G Phrygian is housed within the E flat major kind of world. So if I took the notes of an E flat major scale, I would have E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D, and E flat. And that gives me that beautiful major sound that we're probably all very familiar with, you know. But if I played that from the third note of the scale, G, and I play that same collection of notes from G to G, I end up with G Phrygian, which is a minor scale, and it sounds like this. It's kind of like a darker minor scale because it's got the root, the flat third, and the fifth, which makes it minor, and then it's also got the flat second. So it's basically the natural minor scale with the flat 2. So it's basically a natural minor or Aeolian scale, but with a flat 2, because it's got 1, flat 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, and then 1 again. So let's take a look at how we would play this all over the neck in the key of G. So in our first case here, we would start with our pointer finger on this 3rd fret of the low E string, and we would play like this. That's our first position. Now our second position is going to start here on the 5th fret with our pointer finger, and we're on the D string there. If you haven't seen my other videos, in these diagrams here, that hollow note means that it's our starting note and our ending note. So when we play, starting here, we would play the scale all the way up, all the way down, all the way back up. So let me do that a little bit slower for you with the diagram here. And if I'm playing a little bit too fast, feel free to slow down the playback speed, or of course you can watch this video as many times as you like. If you want to grab these diagrams, they're available down below at the link to my website there. So here's the second position of our G Phrygian mode. Our third position is going to start up here on our 10th fret of the A string with our ring finger, and it's going to look like this. Our fourth position is going to start with our pointer finger on that 10th fret of the A string, and it's going to look like this. Finally, our 5th position is going to be up here with our ring finger on our 15th fret of the E string, and it's going to look like this. So now that we've gone through how to play it, I want to show you how you can use this in a practical way and extract some of the Phrygianness on some minor chords. So like I said, the Phrygian mode is kind of like a darker flavor of minor, natural minor. So we can use this over any minor chord. So say, for example, if I was playing G minor, and I'll go, and I'll sustain that. So we can get this. And to give you a kind of idea of how that sound differs from natural minor, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a G minor triad again, I'll sustain it, and I'll play a little bit of Aeolian or natural minor over it, and then I'll play a little bit of Phrygian. So you can really hear where that flat 2 kind of brings in some darkness. So, if we go... Here's natural minor. Now here's Phrygian. So that flat 2 gives us this really, really cool sound. Some people like to say that it sounds kind of Spanish or Latin, where you get that. Sounds a little bit Spanish for sure with that flat second. And the big thing with the flat second is it's not necessarily a note that you want to hang out on a ton over this, where, say if I played this, I wouldn't want to end what I was playing. It's a pretty tense sound if I put that, like to give you another example, that'd be kind of like, that's got the flat 2 on top, and it's a little bit gnarly, but it gives this really, really strong pull back down to our root. Like one of those little melodic fragments I was playing a lot of was, where I went 1, 3, flat 2, 3, 1, stuff like that, or da 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 da, down to the 7. Gives us this really nice pull to our root, which is awesome because in Aeolian a really common sound is the flat 6 falling to that 5th. So we can use that flat 2 to kind of target and weave into our roots, and it's a really powerful sound. So I'm going to quickly run through how we would play this in a different key. So let's say we moved around the circle of fifths and we went from G to, let's say, D Phrygian. What I want to do is I want to find a D that's somewhat kind of, down the neck. And if I look at it, I'm looking at this 5th fret, and it's looking pretty nice. And I know it looks like I got some room back here, so I could start this with my position 3 of the Phrygian mode. So that would look like this in D. So position 3 in D Phrygian would look kind of like this. And if I just played position 3, I know my next position will be position 4. My next position would be position 5, where I'll end up with... I got a little fancy there, sorry. Position 5 will take me to position 1 up here at my 10th fret of the E string. Then I'll get position 2, which starts up here on my D string. And there's the 5 positions in D. So really, they all just move around. They're the same shapes, but they move. And yeah, I hope that gives you a little bit deeper an understanding of the Phrygian mode. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. Really trying to grow my channel here, and I'd love to have you along for the ride. If you want to download these diagrams, you can download them for free from my website with a link in the description there. You could also find links if you wanted to take a guitar lesson with me. I'd absolutely love to sit down and work with you on whatever's troubling you on the guitar. And I guess until I see you next time, I'll just wish you a wonderful day, and I hope you get to have some fun playing the guitar. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.